people standing, still dancing when the lights come on. The music is fading, but this is our favorite part. I used to feel like an outcast, but I think I'm alright after all. 'Cause you make me feel like I belong. You like me for me without all of the glitter, and you make me laugh just like a little kid. And all my insecurities just disappear when you're here with me. I've been a stranger to this feeling, never felt so high. Won't even care if you and I come crashing down tonight. I'll let it hit me, it feels different whenever you're around. If I'm blue again tomorrow, that's alright, 'cause I'm so damn happy now. When I'm at my darkest, you're always there to pick me up. I don't think that I'll tell you enough that I love you and how you light me up. I used to feel like an outcast, but with you I know that I belong. Like it's us against the world. You like me for me without all of the glitter, and you make me laugh just like a little kid. And all my insecurities just disappear when you're here with me. I've been a stranger to this feeling, never felt so high. Won't even care if you and I come crashing down tonight. I'll let it hit me, it feels different whenever you're around. If I'm blue again tomorrow, that's alright, 'cause I'm so damn happy now.
Okay, so I have a lot of computer work to do this morning. My to-do list is very long. It took me an hour to go through all the things to make sure I know what I've got to do today, but I don't even think I can get to all this stuff today. I don't work out on Mondays because the weekends are so eventful, literally, that it's literally taxing and exhausting. And on Mondays, we typically unload the trailer, clean everything, put everything back into inventory, and so the amount of work your body goes through is the workout. So we don't have to work out on Mondays, on the weekends or on Mondays, so that's good. But my workout will be later on outside, and we actually have a heat advisory, heat warning. We've had one every day for like the last 2 weeks. It's so hot already, so it's gonna be brutal out there. So I'm gonna try to get a lot of the computer stuff done early this morning. I have a lot of phone calls to vendors to make, but it's only 8:30 and they typically don't answer this early. So I'm gonna just get like a lot of the emails and busy work done, make me a green juice, get to work, and then start making phone calls and stuff. I have a lot of organizing to do. I'm gonna show you guys my house. I don't have a house, I have a warehouse. I live in a warehouse, I don't have a house. We are still looking for our warehouse. A couple fell through just because we're not willing to be taken advantage of. It seems like a lot of warehouses are kind of making up for, I don't want to say the word on video, I don't want to get my video flagged, but the sickness of 2020, a lot of people are making up for that still, and the prices are just out of control, and the locations are so bad. There's a lot of fixes that they don't want to make, so I'm not willing to give in until we find the right thing. But until then, we're basically living in a warehouse. My whole house is consumed with it. Our back building is completely full. Our converted office where the embroidery business used to be is completely full, hardly walkable, and the inside of my house now is taken over. Let me show you guys. And to make it worse, we're still going under renovations in the house. We haven't even finished renovating the house. Like, my kitchen is half done, I wanna say. Like, it's now white, we paid someone to come finish the backsplash. The white paint is almost done. It looks great. It's gold white and way prettier than what it used to be. But you'll notice the doors, some of the doors are still missing. Like, they're still being painted in our paint booth. And a lot of times we move the house stuff aside because our business stuff takes precedence. So a lot of drawers still don't have the doors back on yet. But look at my dining room, guys. This is ridiculous. This is all event stuff. Like, this is a big party happening this weekend. We have a surprise party for the head coach of SMU. And so all his centerpieces and everything just laid out. I have to put them in totes and label them. That's what I do for big events. When I have all of it, like when I have the decor, the linens, like the balloons, the coordination where I have to stay on site and be with the caterers and all that kind of stuff, it becomes a really huge party. And so I get totes and I label them with everything, and I have to do that today for this party. And then all this is stuff that just arrived by UPS that we haven't been able to open yet. Well, this I was putting together myself. I don't ever build anything, but I was putting this together. But we have huge boxes everywhere in this house. I want to show my address, but they're everywhere, and I have to open them, make sure nothing, a lot of them are labeled fragile, so I have to make sure there's no damage and all that, and then move it to inventory. Don't have time to do. Boxes all along the side, and as you can see, we still haven't finished painting. I still have my doodling all over the wall. It's been like that for months. I don't have time to paint the house. Cake table that we were kind of playing around with and decorating. Oh, jeez, that scared me. Sorry. Come here, Gizmo. Sorry, baby. I didn't mean to throw you off me. So I have to pack all this stuff away and label it in totes for the wedding. I have an arch in here that we just stained that we're working on a flower arrangement for. And then all this stuff goes to a wedding that we have coming up. So I've got to label it and hello. He's talking. Did you hear that? We gotta, I have to label everything with, these are candles, centerpiece stuff, linens. I gotta just label everything and put them in totes so nothing gets left behind or forgotten. And when you have multiple large events going on at the same time and you've got to take a trailer full of stuff to each one, you just want to be very careful not to forget stuff. So, hello. My living room and dining room are all being used as staging right now until I pack things away. And soon, maybe one day, I'll have a warehouse. But my birds love all these flowers and everything, and they want to break them off. Right, Gizzy? Come here. You want to say hi? So I need to get my house under control. Come here. And this little guy's always flying at me. Give me a kiss. He talks a lot. He has a lot to say. When people say cockatiels don't talk, it's not accurate. I've had one when I was younger and he talked a lot, and this one talks a lot. Right, baby? And he also likes to fly right at me. Give me a kiss. Also, I've got to branch away and get my nails done today and my toes done for these events this weekend. I don't have any other time during the week. Oh, my stairs. Look, my stairs are not even done yet. If you guys remember, those who follow me for a while, they used to be like wood, just like the kitchen. And the back part, let me show you guys. There's paint all over them. It's not dirt, it's paint. Where that white stuff is, it used to be tile. The ugliest brown tile. So that was all demoed and taken off. And this used to be like wood, now black. And it has to be redone though because there's some splashes of white paint all over it. So it needs another coat. And the back portion of the steps need to be done. And then the molding, the baseboards. The entire house have been removed. There's no baseboards because we're doing new baseboards. With what time? We'll get to it. The hallway, if you guys remember, it used to be this awful brown, like, paneling. It was awful. It's all been removed. Down the whole hallway, it's been removed and is being redone. So there's not one single part of our house that looks pretty. It's all under like renovation or it's full of stuff from the business. So that's just life right now. But that's kind of the update. I know a lot of people keep asking me in my Instagram messages if I'm gonna show an update of the new kitchen, and I will when it's finally done, if it's ever done. And the house, when it finally gets done, the house will be a house when we finally get a location to move into. So we'll see. But yeah, I am going to make my green juice and get back to work and see how many of these emails and this busy work I can knock out so I can start cleaning up my house. What are you doing? Okay, so it's 10:55 a.m. I have been working at this table for the last 2.5 hours on just computer work for weddings, mainly for one that I have going on in Arizona, the wedding in Arizona, just getting a hold of all those vendors and all that work I had to do. It's a lot, but I didn't realize it was already this late, already almost 11. So I have to run and go get my nails and my toes done for this weekend because my appointment's at 11. So I've got 5 minutes to get there. So I will catch you guys in a bit. Okay, back from doing my nose and my toes, I got bread and I'm gonna make some nachos. We have some cheese heating up and leftover meat from last night's nachos we made for Father's Day. We grilled chicken and fajitas and made chicken and beef fajita nachos. So I'm gonna have those leftovers and then I'm gonna get back to work. I'm tired of computer work. But I think we nailed another wedding, so we're gonna go ahead and book that later today. I was going back and forth with the bride earlier, and we're gonna have a call at 5 today to kind of go over some last information and then to sign the contract. So we'll have another wedding. Great news, but I am tired of computer work and I have maybe another hour or 2 left of it before I can even get to cleaning up all the wedding stuff and the party stuff you guys saw in the living room. So it's gonna be a long day. When the dogs are barking. It's gonna be a long day and I'm probably gonna need a coffee or pick me up in a little bit because we went to bed really late yesterday. But it's time to eat. Gizmo, what are you doing? Mango, get out of the dog's water. Come on. Come on, Mango. Come on, Gizmo. Come on. You know you have your own little bath that I have for you. Come on, get out of the dog's water. Come on, come on, Mango. Good girl, good girl. So it's 4 o'clock now and I'm just now gonna get off my computer. I have a headache, I've been on this computer all day long. But I have quite a bit checked off my to-do list, and if you can tell, not as much as I wanted to do, but a lot of really big, time-consuming, important tasks. So a lot of my brides, I've already reached out to their vendors, how to create a whole wedding timeline, day of events, did all that. So a lot of paperwork and computer work that's done, so that's good. But I need a break from computer, so I'm gonna go work on trying to pack up some of that stuff for this weekend and check off anything that I'm missing for Saturday, which is only 5 more days from now. So I gotta get this party past me so I can move on to the other weddings. Okay, so now I'm finally made it over to my dining room so I can hopefully get this under control somewhat. Already cannot find things that I know I'm supposed to have, so I know it's here somewhere. This is the whole reason for this exercise. But basically, I'm gonna show you what I'm going to use to kind of organize all this. So I've got a gigantic plastic container And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm going to go through my checklist of all the small things I'm supposed to have that obviously would fit in the container. Make sure I put them in there, and then I label the container with everything that I've put in there. So whether it's me or somebody from my family or team that's helping me unload the trailer, they know what'll be in there. For instance, if it's all centerpieces, I would label it centerpieces, decor, whatever it would be, and whoever's unloading would know where to put that particular container when we arrive at the venue. So for this party, it's at a college, and it's located in the football field house of that college. And we're decorating 3 floors of this college. We're decorating the entrance when you walk into the field house. We're decorating the staircase all the way up to the 2nd floor. The 2nd floor is going to be a steakhouse that is going to be catering. It's going to be the bar area. It's going to be some of our marquees and balloons and just fully decked out. The cocktail tables will be up there. And then there's also going to be a patio area, an outdoor rooftop patio. And the rooftop is where the band is going to be, where we're going to have string lights all throughout the rooftop. We're going to have more balloons and decor out there. So I have to make sure I label these containers for the floor that they're supposed to go to for this particular venue and what's inside of them. And that way I know that everything I have is on there. And the day that we're loading the trailer, I go to the containers and I go through the checklist and making sure, because I already gone through the checklist to put it in there, then I go through the final checklist to make sure each container is in the trailer. That's just to make sure nothing gets left behind. This party is actually an hour from where we are, so there's not going to be like we can just turn around real quick and get what we forgot. So it'll be a big deal if we forget anything. And I use this label maker. I do not use my Silhouette Cameo for all these labels. It takes entirely too much time to go to a computer, design your label, have it print off, put it back in, to have it cut through the Cameo. It just takes too much time. This is super handy. I can keep it in my purse. I can keep it in my little toolbox I carry around with me to parties. I can keep it anywhere. And basically it prints. So I just turn it on and I have an app on my phone, and I can even print pictures, and I can make it say whatever I want it to say, and then it just prints. So it's just super easy and convenient. So much faster than using the Cameo. The Cameo I still use for like decals when I'm decorating party walls and events. You still need it for those things. But for the quick stuff like this is my go-to label maker. So I'll be printing off labels of everything that I put in the container and just putting it on there. I just had a call with the band for this coming weekend's party, and they're gonna be on the rooftop, and they didn't know all the details about where they were gonna be set up at. And so like, they just didn't get all the information when they were hired originally. And so I was going over all that with them, telling them what time to be there. And now we've got to take 2 extra tents to this whole thing, and I can't find the cocktail linens anywhere. We know we had them because I opened it and tried one on to make sure it fits properly, and nobody knows where they went from there. So I just had to reorder some to rush them to get them here. And by the time they get here, we'll probably find the other ones, but I can't risk it. So I'm just going a bit crazy right now. My husband just came home from work a little bit ago, and he ran to Lowe's to get more wood because we have so many marquees going out this weekend. We actually have to make more marquees. I swear we've got over like 100, but because we have so many words and letters that are going to be out this week, we need to make more. So yeah, it's just crunch time, and this is a very, very important event, and we're just really stressed. So I'm glad we're packing, getting everything ready starting now on a Monday, because everything has to be packed and ready to go by Friday. And when you have an event where you're decorating 3 floors and serving this many people and all these kinds of things, it's just very, very stressful and hectic. So, and this is just one that you just, well, you can't mess up any of them, right? But this one's just really, really high focus, I guess you can say. And so I'm going crazy. So I'm not recording as much as I should be because I'm losing my mind and I keep forgetting to pick up the camera. And I'm very hot. I haven't done nothing outside. I haven't put away any inventory or cleaned any inventory from this past weekend. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough of what I need to get through this coming weekend. And we're gonna be staying up late every night getting marquees done. I'm trying to make sure I have enough lights. I think I do. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy week. Very successful. And then one of my customers that I've dealt with in the past just called me a little bit ago and scheduled 3 events. One for July, one for August, and one for September, and gave me deposits. And I just secured another wedding. So I've been having to stop several times and do quotes and have calls with customers and vendors that I'm gonna be working with. So it's been so busy. And it's 6 o'clock and I haven't even thought about what I'm gonna do for dinner. And this is like everyday thing. This is like, there's never enough hours in the day. It's a good problem to have, but there's always like a lot of stress. So that's where we are right now. Amazon was just here delivering. See, I'm walking around the entire house and I can't find anything. This whole drape setup needs to be taken down for upcoming weddings. But I've got hair stuck in my glasses and I can't get it out. It's making me crazy. But yeah, we haven't gotten very far. Look, I haven't gotten very far at all because I keep getting phone calls. And typically vendors like to call me after hours because they typically have more than one job. So like photographers, videographers, caterers, all that kind of stuff, they usually want to call me after 5 or really close to 5 because they usually have like a full-time job or another job. And so usually I'm still having video meetings with people until like 9 o'clock at night, or in calls and texts. It like never ends in this business. But it's good because you can have a whole day where you think, well, I was busy today, but I didn't secure any new events, and then 9 o'clock at night can come and you can get a deposit for like $1,000. Like, it just, any day, anytime, it just comes out of nowhere. And for some reason, we had no bookings for this year in September, and I don't know why, but September had nothing up until today. Like, I've got weddings next March, I've got stuff in December or February of next year, but this year, July is pretty much already, yeah, it's already booked. August is half booked. October is booked. November is half and December is half, but I had nothing for September. And so that call that came in earlier to give me one for September, I was like, yes, I don't know why no one's booking anything in September yet. I mean, it's only June, I know, but usually we can get bookings and booked out months ahead of time. So it just makes me nervous to have a month where there's nothing yet, I guess. But no worries, things change every day, clearly like today. So we even have a customer that works with us so much who is actually gonna rent our stuff for an entire week to take to Florida and bring back because they couldn't find what they wanted in Destin. And with the stuff they were finding in Destin for this proposal was extremely expensive. Obviously, because you're on the beach, everything's gonna like, you know. So it was better for them to just take our stuff and rent it for a week. Isn't that crazy? So that's what they're gonna do. I need to get back to work. Let me see what Amazon brought. I'm already exhausted, guys. Let's see. That's today's delivery. Get it inside. So this is so overwhelming to me because I still, let me cover my address. I still haven't opened the boxes from this weekend. And I have to open all these, so it's, I have nowhere to put boxes. Like, I have nowhere to even walk. Okay, let me show you guys something. For this wedding, well, one of the weddings we have coming up, it's just like a vintage theme, and the table setting, everyone's like, table 1, 2, 3, so on, so on, and I'm gonna list the people that are at those tables. It's pretty cute. It's gonna be pretty. Yeah, but I don't have a house, I'm telling y'all. This box still hasn't even been opened, like half open, but it hasn't even been checked to make sure nothing's broken. I need a receiving team. So frustrating. I do need a receiving team. I can't tell how many times we like literally took weeks to open a box or something because we didn't need it until an event, like several weeks later, and then it was like broken or something. So now we try to open everything immediately, but it's almost impossible. We need a team, and I can't hire a team until I have a warehouse because I can't have people coming here, and the stress is real. Alright guys, well it is 10:20 p.m. We are exhausted. Been at this since I woke up this morning, and so we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Poured a glass of wine. Armando picked up some chicken for dinner because I didn't have time to get to dinner, so it was a rough Monday. Very, very busy, but it's a blessing. So we are going to go relax and go to sleep so we can do this all again tomorrow.